Hello and welcome to a 3S Company video on the Lord of the Rings the card game. I'm Joseph and I'm here playing Trouble in Tharbad again. I played it in my last video with a 49 threat deck just for a fun trick, and it was hard. I lost a couple times, but I'm back with a more appropriate deck for this quest, utilizing Dunhere to attack enemies in the staging area. In this quest you move your threat down as the quest moves along instead of placing progress to reduce your threat. So you can afford to not engage enemies most of the time, which makes it perfect for doing here. The rest of the deck is weapons. I have 6 weapons. I have a golden belt, so you can get up to 3 weapons on him. Then I have some fetching cards for those weapons. Open the Armory and Heed the Dream. Kind of a card draw, Full Hammer, Ancient Matham, and then a selection of pretty cheap allies, including some secrecy allies, because I'll get to secrecy pretty quickly. It starts at 23 threat, so it's feasible to get into secrecy by turn 2 or 3. And then I'm just using big willpower heroes next to Dunhere. I do not have a defender, except for I can chump block, or I can use Treebeard or Wandering End as a decent defender. Plus I have Grimbold and Feints to stop the worst attacks, plus R1 to help out with defending. But the goal is to not ever defend. We'll see if I can do that. Furiol can knock out some of the Surge, Treacheries, and Surge enemies. I'm paying for her with 9 threat, but she's obviously quite good as a solo hero. And a 3 willpower and counter deck filtering. It's awesome. So let's go over to Octagon and give it a hopefully quick play. I shouldn't lose on the first turn at least, like that 49 threat deck. Alright, I won't go over the details of the quest too thoroughly. I've done the setup, set Belloc on the crossing of Tharbad aside, out of play, search and counter deck for a copy of Spy from Mordor per player. Make the empty mug the active location. First player takes control of Nalier as an ally. Shuffle the counter deck. Nalier is weird. He says objective, but he doesn't say ally, but this calls him ally. It's weird. There's a treachery that forces that point. It says raise your threat by 1 for each ally you control. He's not an ally here, but he's an ally here. I don't know. Empty mug. Well, listen to victory display. The current quest gains after player card reduces a player's threat removed from the game. I don't think I have any player threat reducing cards in my deck. And, well, it's in play. I can't reduce threat at all. Stage 1B. We have a time 4. After the last time counter is removed from this quest, reduce each player's threat elimination level by 10 for the remainder of the game. Then place 4 time counters here. So, starting at 50, could go down to 40, 30. Forced after one or more progress is placed on this quest, cancel all progress and reduce each player's threat by an equal amount. When all players' threat have the 0 threat, go to stage 2. Nalier, I gotta remember this. At the beginning of the refresh phase, raise your threat by 1 for each player in the game. So additional threat raise every turn. It's easy to forget. Alright, so the plan is to mulligan for a weapon, start chipping away at this guy. Quest hard with the ladies. Alright, here we go. Shuffle. That's no weapon, but I have a card to look and a card to try. I'm going to mulligan though. There's a weapon. And a feint. And a secrecy. I like that. I'll take that. Alright. Control N. Another weapon. Awesome. So I can get up to 7 right away. If you haven't used Dunhere before, he can target enemies in the staging area when he attacks alone. When doing so, he gets +1 attack. So he's 2 attack, He'll be 3 if he's attacking in the staging area, and if he has a spear of the mark, it gets +2 against enemies in the staging area. So 1 spear makes him 5, which is pretty great. Alright, let's go ahead and just play Heed the Dream to see what we get. Test of Will or another weapon. I think 7 is good enough, so let's get that Test of Will. We'll put 1 on him. And I did the not technically legal but standard practice of just putting this on the table right away rather than sifting the deck for her to see if I don't get it. I'll pay for that. And I have Test Will ready if we need it. We're going to quest for 7. We have 2 in the staging area. When Ethereal exhausts, I get to look at this card and I'm going to discard it. And I get Tharbad Hideout. It's only 1 threat and it has a beneficial ability, but it surges. Streets of Tharbad. Wow, a lot of threat all of a sudden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I only make 1 progress. That's not good. I'm going to attack this guy for 5, putting 3 damage on him. I want to travel here. Well, it's active location. Time counters can't be removed from the current quest. This one, progress cannot be placed on streets. Well, it's in the staging area. Well, it's the active location. Enemies get -20 threat. So we wouldn't want to travel there anyway. And end of round, we're going to take a time counter off, and we're going to raise our threat by 1 for Dunhere. And now we're kind of in trouble with willpower. This is not good. I can't play anything for another spear, which I don't need because I want to kill him. I'll save it just in case I need to play Pippin. So we're going to go for 7 again versus 6. Now we've lost the quest by 2. But I can attack. And, well, let's say I discard that with, and get that. That's even worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we lose by 3. And then I kill him. And then I raise my threat by 1. And then I take a time counter off. Can we dig ourselves out of this? So play him for 2. Him for 2. And him for 3. There's a bunch of willpower. And I'll use the ability on the Traveler. After he enters play, look at the top card of the encounter deck. If it's its location, you may discard it. I will discard it. I don't want a 4 threat location coming up. Now I will quest 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to go for the full 14. Ethereal says, let's see, do I get out? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to get out of my mess, so I think I'm going to take it. So there's 11 here, I believe. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This ruins the second age. Well, it's in the staging area. City location gets +1 threat. It's bad. But that gives me 3 progress because I quested with Dunhere. And that clears this. And now let's travel, which is the worst. If we go there, we're going to engage that guy. Don't want to do that. That's a lot of progress points, but let's try that one. That'll take 4 out of the staging area. But we can't hurt that guy, and that's annoying. But next turn I can kill him. Hopefully raise my threat by 1 for Dunhere. Put a... Oh. how's... yeah, okay, good. Spear. And we're going to quest with everyone but Dunhere this time. Poor Nolir's useless. I think that's 13. 1, 2, 4, 8, 11, 13. And I... this... What does Furial want this? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to get 3 progress. I don't think I want that. Let's hope I don't regret it. It's the same. My goodness, I'm going to die. 3 progress here. I can kill this guy. I don't think I ticked this down, did I? I've done 3 complete rounds. So that's going to go to 0. So now our threat elimination level is 40, and we just hit 33 threat, which turns into 34. And still no more willpower. Quest clock again. 13. Furial says... ooh, I could just cancel this. It's going to get minus 15 engagement cost, but I do have a feint. It takes 6 to kill, but I only have 5. Just going to cancel it if I can. Yeah. So this treachery, orc on your party, deal each orc enemy and play a shadow card. Each orc enemy gets minus 15 until the end of the round. Engagement cost. If there are no orc enemies in the staging area, orc on your party gains surge. So if I engage it, I can't kill it. That's bad. And if I let it go, it's going to make me engage. So I'm going to cancel it. And that gives me 13 to 7. Which would be 6 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm finally making progress. We're going to go here. And that will make it so we can't take any time counters off, giving us a little room. And then I can attack this skirmisher. It's nice I got my threat down to where he'd engage me. It's horrible. 7 takes 6 to kill. He is dead. I take my threat up by 1 for Nolir, but don't take a time counter off. Alright, let's get our threat down. We're going to play this guy at an overcosted 3. And he has a similar effect. We look at the top card of the counter deck. If it's an enemy, you may discard it. It's a treachery, which is going to surge. Okay. 3, 6, 10, 14. At the beginning of the quest phase, place 1 progress here. That's gone. Furial just gets rid of that basically, and we get that guy. That's fine. 14 to 5 is 9 progress down to 23. If we go here, enemies are going to get minus 20 engagement cost, and he will be 20. So we don't want to do that. So we're just going to attack him and kill him. 7 attack, 6 to kill. So this is the guy you really don't want to engage. So this is why I wanted to do a Dunhere deck. When he attacks, remove a time counter from the current quest. And there's a shadow card that makes him attack twice, so he can end up helping you take off 3 time counters. And there's a shadow card that says take a time counter off. So you can end up taking a lot of time counters off. Okay. Time. Nolir. New turn. We can play her. Hopefully I won't lose a character, so she's basically free willpower. 2, 4, 6, 10, 13, 15, 16. Furial says no. This is the one that interacts with Nolly or Strange. Each player raises threat by 1 for each ally he controls. Then if any player's threat is 20 or less, gains surge. Conspicuous lot. I'm gonna just discard that with Furial. Try again. Return all engaged enemies in the staging area. Then the first player either removes 1 time counter from the current quest, or each spy in the staging area gets till the end of the phase. There's no enemies. I think I can still choose that, but I'm going to take a time counter off instead just to make it harder on me. Let's see if I can remember what I had, though. I think I had 16. 16 to 3 is down. 13 is to 12 threat. And we can finally travel here. Because there's no enemies. 1 threat up. 1 time counter off. New round. I'm going to put that on her. So I get an extra resource for lore. Although at this point I need card draw. Haven't seen any of my card draw cards. Except for Heed the Dream. Play this guy for 1. Look at the top card of the encounter deck. If it's an enemy, you may discard it. But I think I like that guy. That's fine. I can kill him. Let's see. Can I get through this turn? 14, 17. I need 18. I think I might be able to do that. 1, 2, 4, 6, 10, 13, 15, 16, 17. Ugh. 18. I only can if I send Dunhere, which I don't want to do. So I'll just let my elimination level go at a 30. I think that's fine. So I have 17. I'm going to reveal this. I get 14 progress. 1's going to go here. 13's going to go here. 1 threat. And then Dunhere is just going to throw the spear off the rooftop as we run through the city. And kill that guy. Time triggers again. And put 4 more on. Elimination level is 30. New turn. And we tick up 1 for Nalia. Not very helpful cards here, but I have feints ready to block the enemies as they come. And I don't really have a defender. So when we go to stage 2, this guy comes out, this comes out, and another random enemy comes out. Orc, I think. We don't need a quest for too much, though. Let's go for 9. Furial says using the staging area to get the Dwarf gain surge. Okay. Take a time counter off or reveal extra card. I will take a time counter off. We have 9 to 2, 7 progress. We'll go down to 3. There's 0 threat. Alright. Revealing an enemy is not the best because we get a bunch of enemies here at the last stage, but we're going to try it. Add Belloc and the crossing of Tharbad to the staging area. Then shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck. And discard cards until X orcs have been discarded. X the number of players in the game. Add all discarded orcs to the staging area. So here comes another orc enemy. Oh, the big guy. No. This guy's tough. 9 to kill. And he's 30, and this guy gives you minus 30. Alright, so what do we need to do to win? After last time counters removed from this quest, either raise each player's threat by 3, or Belloc makes an attack against Nalia. Place 3 counters here. Progress that would be placed here are placed on the crossing of Tharbad instead. After a character leaves play, raise its controller's threat by 2. So this has 10 progress plus 2 per player. So I need to get 12 on here, which is kind of like getting 12 on the quest card. Now Belloc needs 1 threat. He gives orcs and creatures plus minus 30 engagement cost and plus 1 threat. And when he's destroyed, you shuffle him back in the counter deck so you couldn't see him again. So that means this guy's 5 threat and this guy's 0 engagement cost. 0. Right. So, what can I do? I think I have a plan. 14. I'm going to optionally engage this guy. He is 50 threat, so that's going to make him pop up. I'm going to have to engage this guy. They're going to get shadow cards. I'm going to feint them both, so they can't attack, neither are immune. And then Dunhere is going to kill this guy with 7. And then we need to kill this guy for sure. So A1's going to pop up for 3 threat and kill this guy with 10 attack. And then what I got left? Yeah, that's 0 attack. 0 attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 damage on him. Not impressive, but probably enough. I don't need to kill him, I just need to quest out at this point. We raise our threat by 1 for having Dunhere. Go to the next turn. Take a time counter off. Treebeard showed up a little late, buddy. Play him because we can. 2, 3, 4. And quest all in, basically. We just need to get 12 on here and we win. 10, 13, 15, 17. 17 to 2. We need 12 on here. We can reveal 3. And that is 3, but this guy gives him +1, so that's 4. So let's use Furial to get rid of that. It gains Surge. I'm just going to cancel. So this is get that dwarf. The enemy in the staging area with the highest attack engages. The first player makes immediate attack against Dunhere. If there are no enemies in the staging area, it gains Surge. So it's simplest just to cancel it, and then we're done. 17 versus 2 is 15 progress. They all go here. And this says, when the crossing at Tharbad is explored, the players win the game. 9 complete turns. That was pretty long. That was a tough opening with all those locations. At least I got my weapons early so I could chip away that enemy and finally got some willpower out. But that first 3 turns were touch and go. I thought I was going to get locked out there. It's not a particularly exciting deck to play because there's not any combat really. I never had to defend the whole game, which is what I was hoping would happen. But yeah, Dunhere's fun. This is a great quest for him. I think the lore equivalent, what's his name? Chad's going to be mad at me. The Sylvan guy who can attack the staging area, Aldir, came out in this pack, and he's also really good for this. If you don't engage an enemy, you can just shoot into the staging area. Same idea. Almost built that, but decided to go for this instead. That's a better way than the 49 threat deck. But this quest is fun. It lets you play with secrecy, even if you don't start in secrecy, which is fun. And it lets Dunhere shine. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes. And now I'll go on to Nin in Ilf, everyone's favorite swamp quest. See you then.